Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Bataleon Chaos. I rode this binding at Arapahoe Basin on a day that was overcast, wet snow falling, 2 inches of crusty wet snow on top of really crusty snow, and it was just a bad day. God, it was crap. Like even the corduroy was crusty. And I rode it with my Ride Shadowband snowboard and my K2 Thraxis boots. There's not a ton of adjustability on the Chaos, but what you do get is the ability to slide the heel cup out with 2 screws at the back. This is also the placement for your high back and your straps, so they're all located on 1 screw. So if you're going to move your heel cup in or out, you might as well decide if you want to keep the kinked ladders on the low position or flip them so that they're on the high position. And to flip them, you swap the left to the right and the right to the left. High position, more precision and power. Low position, little more give, little bit more play, kind of a surfy feel to it. Also, it's going to sit different on the instep. Then on those heel straps, you also have that pop tab to adjust the length of it. Same thing on the toe strap, so you don't have to worry about that. You just flip that over. There is a pin system on that toe strap, so you push it down, slide it back, pull it up. Basically, that moves it back or forth. And finally, the foot pad has 3 positions, so you can slide it all the way forward, all the way back, or somewhere in the middle for you. And of course, on the high back, you do have your forward lean adjustment. Flip it up, slide it down, lock it into place if you need some forward lean. This is a very thin molded injection strap on the heel, which means that all the padding is going to come from your boot, and as such it just basically cradles the boot, but you're going to feel that you can push right through it because it is so soft. There is a ton of lateral play. With the toe strap, this is a form of Oxtec, and I actually really like this one for being more of a price point one. It really just cradles across the whole toe cap of the boot, like pointy shape, blunt, round, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna grip and encapsulate the whole thing. It's like putting a cast on it. It really locks you down. Overall, the straps are soft, so if you're looking for more precision, you probably wanna beef it up and bump up to at least a blaster from Bataleon. But if you're looking for something that's soft and flexible that you can drive into occasionally, then there you go. Bataleon's ratchets are dialed. That 1-finger quick release works exactly how you want it to. When you line it up and you go to open the ratchet to get it to climb, you get a ton of torque. These things grip, rip, and lock you in. I never had any prematurely release on me. They do what you need them to do. Okay, so we're maybe halfway through this review. I don't really know where the editor's gonna put this, but if you clicked like, it's down there. You need to click it. While you're down there, why don't you subscribe and click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of this content we got coming out for you. This is a very malleable high back. You get a ton of play in it, which is gonna help you if you're driving into it and you need to tweak a grab or something. But if you're trying to drive into it for power, it's not the most responsive. Forward lean adjustment is very easy to use on the fly. You flip it up, you slide it down, boom, you're locked in. Overall, it's a high back that's there. Don't expect it to be the most powerful thing out there. This binding comes in just below a middle of the road binding flex. It's a very playful binding. You get a ton of lateral play from the straps, and when you push into them, you notice that they're not that powerful. The high back, very soft and tweakable in there. If you're a jib kid or just starting out, this is not a bad option. If you're looking for something with more response, probably not where you want to go with it, but you know, for what it is, it gets the job done. Surprisingly, for as soft of a binding as this is, that foot pad dampens fairly well. It doesn't kill off all the chatter, but for the most part, if you hit something really hard and aggressive, it's not gonna kill you. You're gonna feel it, but it's not gonna kill you. And those very small micro vibrations, it really does dissipate them, so you're not getting as much foot fatigue. I'm not saying you can't get foot fatigue, I'm just saying you don't get as much. Rider in mind. This binding's perfect for someone starting out that wants a binding they can progress with that they're not gonna outgrow, or a jib kid that's on a budget and wants something that's gonna have good response. All right, so if you like what we're doing over here and you wanna support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. This binding's too soft for me. I knew that going in. That's my biggest gripe with it. Otherwise, straps are solid, the ratchets work, the dampening is great. High back, yeah, I could go for a stiffer high back, but that's personal preference. Overall though, for what you get, this is actually a really solid binding. Comparable bindings, the Rome Trace, the Fix Magnum, the Nitro Rambler. Alright, so this has been my review of the Bataleon Chaos. Not something you're interested in? Why don't you go watch one of the reviews for one of the comparable bindings? You know you want to. Get educated, people.